and welcome everyone to this week's edition of The Pulse. Tonight's burning question. If promoing was a superpower, how would you use it and why? And would you be a villain or a hero? All right, folks, we're going to just jump right into the action. Our very first guest is new here to The Pulse. Please, everyone, welcome Mama Purge.
Hello. Good evening, all.
Good evening. Also joining us in the back, we've got the Master of Illusions. Also joining us, we've got AEP. And finally, for now, we've got the villain. Welcome, everyone. All right. So, now that you've had a chance to ponder tonight's pressing question, which is a segment I'm introducing, seeing as I'm the interim host of the Pulse for the foreseeable future, and that will be this week's burning question. Last week it was, I forget what it was, but this week the question is, if promoing was a superpower, how would you use it and why? And would you be a hero or a villain? We'll start with Mama Purge.
Well, it's easy, isn't it? I'm a mom. I will have the mama superpower. And of course, I will be a hero because moms are always heroes.
Of course, naturally. Very interesting.
Well,
Okay. Master of Illusions, your thoughts?
Well, to be quite honest, I would be a hero. If promoing was a superpower, the thing about it is being a if in the real life, right, would be your ability to persuade. That's technically what it is. So being a hero, having the ability to persuade really good with anybody, anything, all walks of life, to get you ahead. And I think that would be my answer.
Interesting. All right. AEP, your thoughts?
I'm gonna be low because I like say the promo universe,
Okay.
my own powers.
Okay. And same question, villain.
Of course, I would have to be a villain.
Oh, obviously.
I don't know. I think it's based really off of like the ability to manipulate based off of what making people think. Like Master of Illusion, like we were talking about it in the back about how pretty much it's like a magic trick. You're saying, hey, one hand, here's the trick, but really it's the other hand that you should be really focusing on. So being able to manipulate the mindset of somebody.
Okay. I think my answer for that would be that the art of the promo is essentially the art of public speaking and being able to influence people through your voice. And you could either do a lot of good with that or a lot of bad with that, you know. But and in and of itself, promoting is kind of a superpower just kind of naturally, you know, being able to influence people's thoughts or moods or inspire them or make them angry, you know, that's a pretty awesome thing to have as a part of your repertoire. Anyway, enough musings of a middle-aged man-child. Let's talk about tomorrow's matches at Hotter Than Hell. Let's start at the top of the card. We got Buckshot versus Mad T for a #1 contendership for the Soulfire title. Mama Purge, who you got? Buckshot or Mad T?
definitely.
Okay.
Buckshot.
And
If he's got his garage clean, that is.
Okay. All right. Master of Illusions, your thoughts. Buckshot versus Master T for the #1 contendership for the Soulfire.
Well, piggybacking off what Mama Purge said, Buckshot will never clean his garage. It will always be the same mess, always and forever. But the truth is that out of Buckshot and Matty, it's really who has the more passion, who has the more, fire to going into this match. Who's going to bring it? But if I had to choose, I would choose Buckshot.
Okay. All right. AEP, your thoughts. Buckshot versus Mad T.
I said Matt T because I faced Matt T before. He beat me, and I do not like Buckshot.
Okay. All right. Dylan, your thoughts.
So I do also agree. I think he doesn't. Buckshot needs a little change of scenery every once in a while in his promos. I think that'd make him a little bit better than he already is. I don't know much about Mad T, so I'm gonna give the devil his due. He's gotten better since I've seen him first show up on screen. I will give it to Buckshot just because. What's the old saying? Deal with the devil you know instead of the one you don't.
Now, here's a question. Do either of these gentlemen stand a chance should they win the match against A-List Alverson for the Soulfire title?
Oh, no. Not even close.
I hate to say it, but they ain't no way.
That's like
now more shocking things have happened, but yeah.
I mean, Alien
storyteller. That's honestly like is like at pretty much us putting a fifth grader up against you in a promo.
Well, stranger things have happened, but so we've gone through that. The next match on the card is Rob Bell versus Joey D. This will be the first veto holder in the Big Brother project. Mama Purge, who you got?
This time I'll go for Rob Bell.
Rob Bell, man from the land.
He improved a lot the last couple of matches. I mean, the villain can beat him with a tape on his mouth. So, but I go for Rob.
All right, Master of Illusions.
It's just like the last match. It's who has the more fire and passion to come into this match. But I go with Rob Bell.
Okay. AEP, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll go for Rob Bell too.
Okay. All right, Villain.
We can't hear you, Villain.
Sorry, I just realized I muted myself. I agree with Master of Illusion. It's all based off of who comes out on fire, and I've seen Joey D at the very top of his game, where he came out with fire, he came out with intensity, he came out with something that I've never seen him do, and he impressed me. So are we going to get him, or are we going to get the lesser version of Joey D that pretty much doesn't really honestly give a damn about what's in his promo? Going against Rob Bell, I'm kind of hoping he gives at least an effort. So I'm going to go with Joey D because I'm praying he actually has some intensity in it.
Okay. All right. Going on to the next match here at Hotter Than Hell, we got Triple M versus Elijah McFly versus Vagabond for the number one contendership, a qualifier match for number one contendership for the Pure Heart title. HSP sure does love its triple threat matches.
Yeah, well, this is, I think, like their 999th triple threat match.
I mean, got to keep the roster running, a lot of spots to fill. Let's start with AEP. Who you pick? Eminent, Triple M, Elijah McFly, or Vagabond for the #1 contender qualifier match for PRR title?
Uh, I'll go for Vagabond win this match. Vagabond.
Okay. Why you say that?
Because he got that time. He great, he good. He very great. Me and him fight each other. He beat me, I beat him, and one day he's gonna be a Pro Hard champion one day. So I pick him.
All right then. Master of Illusions, your thoughts?
If there is one person that needs to hold the Pure Heart Championship, in my opinion, and I've been in the ring with him we just made it over 5 times in Foundation, but like I said, if there's one man that needs to hold the Pure Heart title, it's got to be Vagabond. So I'll go with him.
He would make a good champion. I agree. All right, Mama Purge, who you got?
No other than Vagabond, because last night I saw a perfect match of him against Ricka Whiteley, and he scored 100. It was a perfect score for the first time, and it was just fire. And I loved it. I love that boy. I love that man. He's doing absolutely great work. He's so much full of passion in it. It's unbelievable. I just love his work. He's tremendous.
I agree. I've been wanting to have a poetry slam battle with Vagabond for a while now, but just never got the opportunity to do it. Maybe we can make that happen one day.
Oh, that would be a great match also.
That would be a lot of fun, I think. Villain, your thoughts?
So let's see. You have Triple M, Vagabond, and Elijah McFly. Now, Elijah McFly, he's another one that needs to change up his scenery, because I don't know how many times it looks like he has probably one of the messiest living rooms I've ever seen in my life. And I think he needs to get that fixed, because it draws away from the attention of the promo artist itself. Other than that, he's kind of impressed me a little bit. Still needs a little bit of work to do. Triple M, I've never really fully watched a promo of his, but I've heard great things about him. And then obviously you got pretty much obviously the odds-on favorite here by at least the panel's opinion in Vagabond. And I do agree, he's good. He deserves everything he's pretty much being praised for. What I have seen of him, like I didn't watch that perfect promo. I'm gonna have to go back and find it and watch it. But there are certain things that he still, like, you could tell when he loses his focus a little bit. But I just, as much as I've heard good things about Triple M, I just don't see how Vagabond loses this match.
Okay. Here we come. This one, Purge versus AEP for the first immunity holder, meaning they will be free from elimination in the first round of Big Brother. That's big. That's huge. You win that, you could, plot your course through the maze that is the Big Brother and potentially win.
Sorry, I got myself kicked out.
No worries. We'll figure this thing out as we go along. All right. We'll start with Master of Illusions. Your thoughts on this match? You are also in Big Brother, so this could affect you also.
No disrespect to UAEP, but my friend Purge, I gotta go with Purge. Embrace the vision.
All right. Villain, your thoughts?
I'm gonna have to go with AEP on this one. I just if AEP continues to focus the way we know he can, obviously this is pretty much the topic of the night. Who's going to be focused and who isn't going to be focused? Like, who's putting all their attention into it? And I just kind of right now see that Master of Illusion and Purge have put themselves with a big giant target by announcing, "Hey, we're in an alliance." So it's kind of fun. But I'm going with AEP. It's going to be a close match. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep by anybody. It's going to be close. It's just going with the man up there, my Green Bay brethren.
All righty. All right, AEP. Obviously, we know you want to win this match. What are your thoughts?
Mama Purge, I'm glad you here.
Are you?
And your
I'm
your
glad
son
you're
read
here
for me.
also.
Maybe just have
You what?
And your son read for me tomorrow night. But if I beat your son tomorrow night, I'm gonna take out a dinner on my birthday.
Me.
Oh.
Me.
Wait,
You,
oh,
you come all the way to Germany.
Yeah, my birthday on this Friday. You know,
all righty then. Mama Purge. Mama Purge.
Well,
Your
well, AEP, as you're calling my son a nerd, I hope he kicks your ass. Sorry. Sorry. But I've got to tell you one thing. Figure it out. You are yourself a nerd. All of us are,
Well,
because we're doing promoing.
yeah.
Figure it out. You know where I'm coming from?
she has a
I
point.
still, but tomorrow night, your son gonna lose by me.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. It's about immunization, isn't it?
yeah.
I think you're gonna get voted out.
Yeah, we see tomorrow night, Mama
Bye.
Purge.
Bye. We see tomorrow night.
We will indeed. We will indeed. All right. Things are getting crazy here on the Pulse. Never know when it's going to run off the rails, do we? All right. Now, we talked about the next match here a little bit. No, we got Savior versus Heathen versus Mr. Wallace for the other number one contender qualifier match for Pure Heart. That one's going to be interesting. That one may be a sleeper show stealer match. All right, we'll start with Villain this time. Your thoughts? Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go Heathen on this one. I'm watching him put out the hypes. I'm watching him do what he's doing. He seems focused. I just don't see how any of the other competitors can match up with the intensity. Now, I think it really is like if you want me to go between two, it's going to be between Wallace and Heathen. But I'm taking Heathen. That intensity is going to be off the charts.
Okay. Master of Illusions, your thoughts?
Well, I know that Savior tells a good story, but all around, if this person brings everything that they got, knowing what's at stake, I got to go with Mr. Wallace.
Okay. Mama Purge, who you got?
It will break now people's heart. I love Mr. Wallace. I love Heathen, but he made me watch promos, and I'm his number one fan, and I'm always loyal. It's Savior.
Okay.
He's just, I don't know why, but he's just great. He's, you know.
Uh-oh, who's that? AEP,
The
your
Reunited Nation is watching you.
I'm going against his tag team partner, so.
thoughts? right.
I'm
JP,
sorry.
your
Well, it's not the Heathen because Heathen not gonna win this match. I'm sorry. He not a man player like me. So he not gonna win this match. So I'm gonna go for a real man band player. Is Saber,
Okay.
the Famer.
All right. And finally, villain. Your thoughts.
I said it was Heathen.
Okay.
Yeah, I already talked about it on this one. I think Master of Illusion hasn't.
Oh, my bad. My apologies. Master of Illusions.
I already said my piece too, but I went with Mr. Wallace.
Who haven't I asked then? Is that everybody? Okay. All right. We talked a little bit about this next match last week, a little bit. The locker room leader match. This one has, again, some pretty big implications for Big Brother. And we have two of the individuals completing this match currently sharing a screen. So we're gonna mix this one up. Let's give the floor to Villain and Master of Illusions. And y'all got anything to say to each other prior to tomorrow?
You can go, villain. I'll let you go first.
I just heard there was a knock at the door. We might have one more person that needs to be brought into on the screen to make it a trifecta.
Okay, just a moment. How do I? Okay, hold on.
Since he's the third member of this match.
Yeah. It's not letting me. While I figure this out,
I'll go. We'll continue it while you're figuring it out.
okay.
So Master of Illusion, I respect you as a promo artist. I think this is going to be one heck of a match between the three of us.
Well, and he's gone.
Well,
Wow.
it's boss time, baby.
Oh,
And you got rid of the villain.
All right. Now we got a full house. And we've
What
got
happened to the villain?
who was going to be in said match, minus Villain, who I have to add. Okay, now we got everybody.
I was like sitting here, I'm like, what the heck? Like Carter and Master of Illusion, I respect both you guys. Carter, you and I have gone back from day what was it? My very first days into the VOH. So you know the love and respect for you as it is comes real deep. Master of Illusion, I've seen you for years, and it's been very interesting to see how you've developed as a promo artist. I be honest, I sat and took some things from you, especially with like the mind manipulation and trying to turn things around on everybody. So I want you both to realize coming into this match tomorrow night, everything I'm doing is based out of respect. Because I know both of you are very tough competitors. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
All right, boss. Your thoughts when thinking about your match tomorrow night for the
I'm gonna say it like this: the locker room leader is a very, very important position, and you have three guys that were chosen to be in this match: Villain, Master Illusion, and myself. Like Villain said, me and him have been at it since day one, and just like he said, I have a lot of respect and love for him. Master Illusion, I've watched you, and I've gain some respect for you for how you have built yourself
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know, you're not that person that everybody can walk over anymore. You know, you are
There's
the
lots of
master.
Facebook with them.
You play your game stronger. You come
So,
harder. Wow, you can't use those words.
All right. And well, there he went. I was about to ask him something, but there he went. All right. Well, moving right along. It's chaos, as it should be. This is the pulse, people. All right. We talked about this match a little bit last week also. Half Past Black versus Johnny Blade, my partner in Chaotic Order. We have some people on tonight who weren't on last week. We'll go around the room, starting with Mama Purge. Who you got? Johnny Blade versus
Tom.
Half Past.
I mean, Johnny Blade beat my son, but I go with Johnny Blade.
Who hasn't beaten your
He
son?
did a good debut. No doubts about it. So I go with him. I don't know the other person, but
Half Past Black, my tag team partner. He hadn't been
Oh,
on
him.
in a match in quite a while, but yeah.
okay. I haven't
Uh,
seen anything of him, so I go with the one I know, Johnny Blade.
Okay, fair enough. AEP, who you got?
I'm gonna go for your partner, Half Past Black.
All right. Master of Illusions.
Well, before I give you my answer, you actually skipped over me. You wanted my opinions of the locker room leader match, and you didn't get it.
Sorry. It's chaos.
That's
Again.
okay. Well, let me speak on the locker room leader match. First of all, Villain and Boss, I appreciate your comments. I know both of you are tough competitors. I've followed both of your careers as well. I am looking forward to this match. This is, I think, probably going to be match of the night. But moving on to the question at hand, I've always got to go with Half Past Black.
All right. Villain. I think we talked to you about that last week.
Yes, we talked about it last week, but and my answer still isn't going to change. I'm going to go with, like, yes, one guy who does this stuff semi-professionally versus somebody who, again, as I've said earlier throughout the entire show, it's going to come down to intensity. And right now, to me, Half Past Black is one of the most intense competitors out there. And if I remember right, his last match on screen was the tag match versus between you guys and Tin Man and me. So that was a tough match. And so knowing that competitor in him,
I don't have headphones and I can't hear anything.
Okay.
I just honestly believe that Half Past Black got this in the bag. And for Mama Purge, you wanted to base the Johnny Blade beating Purge himself. That's not really like anything. So I think everybody's at least beaten Purge at least once or twice in their career.
Oh, are you starting it again, John? So this time I call you John. You still want to have a match against me, aren't you?
I'm waiting for it.
You're asking for it, aren't you?
My people
Well,
have been
you
waiting
see,
for
well, you
your people to
well,
call
you
and say, hey.
see, darling, at the moment I'm quite busy, okay? I mean, I've got my matches, you know, I mean, I've won now 3 or 2 matches, so let me, give me some time. I have to get better first before I can beat you. So
All
Let me
right.
have some time, please. You're not NDT, you're not Rob Bell, so there was, they've been easy for me. But first, I have to beat Robert Hayward now. So stay tuned.
And Bossolini, your thoughts?
And this was the
Half past black for
not gonna lie. Hands down in my thoughts, I'm going to go with half-ass black just because when it comes to intensity, he is one tough SOB.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if it comes to anything that's going to sway the votes, it's going to be his intensity. It's going to be how he comes on screen and captivates the audience. So, unfortunately, I'm going to go with your tag partner.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure he does also. Here's a match we didn't get to last week. Damian Cross versus Prince Blackheart for the first advantage holder.
I mean, can I start, please?
Sure.
I've beaten NDT, so I think for Damian Cross, it will be just like that. That's all I can say.
All righty. Villain, your thoughts?
If Damian Cross can have the intensity, he's got this in the bag. Now, the stipulation behind the match is actually pretty cool, but I don't know. I think Blackheart needs to change
What
his
kind of
personality.
what kind of stipulation do you get from NDT? For real, tell me. Now, please
by the
tell
time
me.
he's
Let
done
me
with
know.
his by the time he's done with his promo, it's pretty much pointless. I'm already like falling asleep by the time he's done. So I'm going Damian Cross for the win.
All right. The AEP, your thoughts?
I like Damon Cross. No, he very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he a strong person. I still
Das
go
in der
for
hat ja auch Probleme, dass der uns nicht hören kann.
well, I go for a Prince Blackheart.
Irgendwas mit Latina.
All righty. Mama Bird, who have I not asked? I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Master of Illusions, who you got? Damian
Howie
Cross.
Felter. Howie Felter.
I will never vote for Prince Blackheart or NDT, whatever he wants to call himself. So it's Damian Cross.
All right. Dylan, who you got?
Damian Cross.
Damian Cross. Boss?
I'm gonna go against the crowd today. I'm gonna go with a person that can prove that he can win when it's time, when his back's up against the wall. So I'm gonna go with the Prince.
Okay.
Prince Blackheart.
All right. I believe that's everyone. All right. Now on to the main event, which we didn't get a chance to get to last week because we was talking about other things. But Tonstradamus versus Shady Sean McKenzie for the Pure Heart title. Let's start with Boss. Your thoughts?
I mean, this is gonna be a real tough match, and I hate to say it, but today I'm gonna say it. Your winner and still Pure Heart champion, Tonstradamus.
All right. Mama Purge.
Yeah,
Who you got?
same answer, Tony Star.
Nostradamus. All right.
Yeah.
AEP.
I like Shay McKinney. I like, well, I still go for my boy Tonka Thomas with his match.
Oh, someone has shown up. Someone whose match we are currently talking about. The man who is currently the #1 contender for the Pure Heart title. The man who will have a chance at said title tomorrow night at Hotter Than Hell. Sean Shady McKenzie. All right. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
I can hear the doubters all week for the past 2 weeks. I hear them loud and clear.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything you'd like to say going into tomorrow?
I mean, I'm interested to hear the rest of the opinions.
Okay. Not to put anyone on the spot, but we've got Master of Illusions. Your thoughts?
Hey, Shady. Well, okay. First of all, it is going to be a hell of a match between you, Shady, and Tonstradamus. Both of you are great competitors, but I would be remiss if I went against the person that chose me to be in the locker room leader match. So, yeah, I'll go with Tonstradamus and still Pure Heart champion.
Are you sure that match is going to go the way you're thinking? Not my match, but your match, the locker room leader match. I'm just curious about that.
You know, I'm not. I know that the judges have their hands full, and I'm going to let them choose it because that's the whole thing about Promo Big Brother. As you plead your case and let them judge how they see fit. If they want me to be.
And you're positive that you know how everything's going to play out, that you know who each and every single one of your opponents are and exactly how Big Brother House is going to go?
Well, we'll see how it goes, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All righty.
Anything can happen.
You're right. Anything.
This is HSP, after all. Villain, your thoughts?
So last week I came out on screen and pretty much said a lot of stuff, and lo and behold, the man who's on screen showed up and put a nice little hype out, and I was impressed with it. I'm actually looking forward to see what Shady does. I've seen Shady for we've gone at it once already. You impressed me. I liked what you did with your hype. You're trying, to me, you're getting in the head of the champion, and I'm going against the grain. I think Shady can do it. I think Toaster's head is not where it needs to be.
You might win some money from Vegas this week, pal.
Hey,
I did put my money on you, so I'm hoping.
Good bet.
Indeed. All right, that concludes the list of matches for tomorrow night at Hotter Than Hell, but that does not mean that the show is over by any means, because now is when the real chaos starts. And Sean Shady McKenzie, I'm going to ask you the pressing question of the day, and I'd like your answer, if you would, please.
Okay.
The question I posed earlier today was, if promoing was a superpower, how would you use it and why? And would you be a villain or a hero?
If I truly had a choice in the matter, I would be a hero, and I would use it, to do things like John Cena has done, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and things of that. I mean, this game reaches so many more people than what we see on the screens and on the page and in the reactions. we do a lot of good in people's lives, and you don't even realize it until it's happened, and they come to you after the fact. And I've had many people come to me and say, "Hey, what you said, even if it wasn't intended towards them in any shape, form, or fashion, they took what was being said for what was being said, and it benefited them in some shape, form, or fashion." And I mean, I would want to do something like that. But if I didn't have a choice in the matter, I'm sure people would peg me as a villain. So,
All right, I like that answer. That's an inspiring answer.
Can I cut in real quick? I actually do. I do like his answer. He the way he said it, where we like anybody, like for me, anybody who knows me behind the scenes, I'm not the like asshole that the way I could portray myself sometimes on screen. Like I have no issues if somebody asks me for advice and stuff like that. So I honestly believe what he said is correct. It like no matter who it is, we all like between everybody in the locker room, between anybody who watches what we do, we all have a hand on what with each one of us do. And I actually, it's always been fun. And my answer earlier was based off of the character, but in real aspect, what he said is probably should be everybody's answer, because we all can make a difference.
exactly.
All right.
Even as bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's if one of my hypes and one of my promos can cause somebody to be distracted for a few moments, then wow. And I get to potentially win a prize and a title. I mean, it's just, I love promoing. For me personally, it's kind of like the perfect storm. There's the possibilities are endless as far as being able to express yourself. I'm so glad I found it. I'm a better person because of it. So I mean, to each their own, but for me, it is perfect.
Love it.
Anybody got anything else they want to say? Any pressing topics?
You should press that question to Carter Diamond over there.
Yes. Today's pressing question, Mr. Diamond. If promoing was a superpower, how would you use it and why? And would you be a villain or a hero?
Well, first thing is, I would definitely be a hero. If anybody knew anything about any of my characters, most of my characters are the face, the happy people, the heroes. But as a promo artist, and the power that we have, where we can reach out to so many people, the people that see us on screen, the people that are in our locker rooms, well, personally, I'm going to say it like this. There has been times where people need help. And I told them, if I have it, you got it. That's my motto. So if they need help, I was definitely going to be there to help them out. But as a promo artist and the power to reach people, like I can't believe I'm ever going to agree with Shady, but like Shady said, it's something like that Cena thing, where we can grant the wishes, because the difference between us and a lot of the WWE is we literally are everywhere. No one's literally like right on top of each other. We're not like the NXT. We're not all based out of, we're not all stacked in Orlando and just there. We're everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Mama Purge is on the other side of the pond. Villain can be anywhere he wants to be. Once I get out of this hotel, this hospital environment, I'm pretty much free to get back out into the world and do what I do best, which is help people. So Shady, AEP, yes, even AEP can actually.
All right.
Yes, I said your name, and you can actually do some good. Master illusions and the storyteller does so much, and sorry.
Krishna.
All
Lost
right. Maybe having some difficulties, but let's start wrapping this up. Let's go final thoughts. We'll start with AEP.
Let me interrupt you here right quick. Nobody is gonna start this final thoughts, especially not AEP. AEP, it's just kind of funny that you have not any white mouth when my mom is on the polls. You two sure have a problem with that. Isn't that so, Mr. AEP? But coming tomorrow at Hotter Than Hell, I'm gonna make sure that not only Heathen is gonna call you a coward, but I'm gonna ensure that you're gonna be my coward. So with that being said, you're gonna hear the 3 most dangerous words in the promo universe today. In embrace the nation.
Oh, no,
Reunited
no.
Nation out.
No,
Ugh.
it's like
Ugh.
most dangerous
Sorry.
man in the world.
Yeah. He grabbed my phone.
P.
Oh, I believe it.
AEP.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. Your nerd son tomorrow night is for you.
That an invitation to the secret garden. Find out tomorrow. All right.
Land of the cartel, baby.
We'll allow you to have your final thoughts, seeing as Purge ripped your phone from your hands.
Well, I wish everybody good luck. I think everybody of us is a superhero in one way. And I love watching all of you guys. And no matter who or what show, you're always doing a great, great job. I love you all. And
I love
thank
you
you
too.
for letting me be on the show. And
Pleasure.
it was an honor. And John, I'm watching you. Stay
All right,
tuned.
Bassolini, final thoughts.
Like I said, got a big match. 2 great competitors. Don't know what's gonna happen here in the house, but sometimes the money get a little dirty, so beware.
Okay. Villain, final thoughts.
Again, Purge shows up on screen, doesn't give anything other than a generic thing that he stole off of TV. Mama Purge, I'm watching you too. And again,
Good.
it's going to be good to see. Hopefully, we do hear the words and new HSP Pure Heart Champion, Shady Sean McKenzie.
All right. Master of Illusions, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is to my competitors, my opponents tomorrow night. Good luck, fellas. And I'm actually going to steal something from Purge, but add something to it, and that is to embrace the illusion.
Okay. And finally, Sean Shady McKenzie, final thoughts.
To Tonsterdamus, you have defeated me once, but it wasn't in a one-on-one, and no one has ever defeated me twice in a row, and you will not be the first.
All right, strong words from everybody. Hotter than hell is going to be hotter than hell. It's going to be a hell of a show, and it's going to be a hell of a time. That's it for this week's episode of The Pulse. Join me next week and find out what the pressing question is. This has been HSP's The Pulse. I am your humble storyteller. Good night, everybody.
Good night.